On second down and 4, Brady.
Nope. Whoa. Burgess bailed me out again. After bailing me out last week. Goodness. I cannot be getting this lucky the whole season. If I keep making mistakes like I've been making, I'm going to start losing.
In a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the offer.
Extra point by Gay is up.
Lucky. It just seems like interceptions are frequent in this game, like on both sides. I don't know if that needs to be tuned, but my mistake, I mean, I literally threw it right at him. I threw it right at the defender. So that one was completely on me.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big hit.
Yep.
Pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
I think interceptions are just frequent in this game. You might have to turn that down.
Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard.
Get in.
He's got the 2. Tyler Higbee.
Let's go.
Touchdown now on the year.
As soon as he caught it, he threw that safety to the ground. Or I guess it would be the corner.
3 weeks, 3 touchdowns. It's obvious they've looked his way early and often in the red zone this year. That's usually a pretty good place to find a tight end in the NFL.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A nice, tidy little drive there.
Well, really, the rest of the game, there's no reason for me to throw the ball. I should just run it the whole rest of the game.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defensive player of the year a season ago, Aaron Donald, the one to stop him in his tracks.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Yeah, they tried to pull the guard. That ain't gonna work.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go again to Jones.
Oh, wow. I can't believe they're still running the football. That's what surprised me. They can keep running that ball. That's fine.
Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, 4, Brady. And he's got this down to the 35.
Who's that? Oh, that's Leonard Fournette. He's number 7 now.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities.
They sent Fournette on a passing route. They must be desperate.
Just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Brady incomplete. he's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really they're
empty bunch wide.
Defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady throwing left side. He's got Gronk. Complete.
Nice coverage.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Oh, he came towards. He came back towards the football. That's what put him further away.
He can only get this to the 30. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He got iced.
From the upright, it's no good.
He got iced on that one.
And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side.
Yeah.
They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just
Deshaun Jackson.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Making a play.
Boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
So 1st and 10, and if they
I think they're in man.
Might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Off of play action, here's Stafford.
Oh.
Drops down, incomplete.
Yeah, they weren't in man.
Force the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you lose in a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Just going to run it.
Read man coverage, Brandon. The drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. A little juke.
Attaboy. Let's run that again. Let's run that again.
22 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Here's Henderson. Stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Read it perfectly.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
That's caught left
Stiff arm, get in. Oh.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's a nice job of working his way open down into the
Okay, no turnovers. No turnovers. I mean it now.
Get there and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is...
So for those of you who watched my previous episodes, Darrell Henderson actually got his development trait upped, even though he was injured for the game, which made no sense. So what I did was I actually, instead of allowing that, I went in and edited him and made him normal again. Because he had, if you remember, he had a superstar goal to get, I believe, 100 yards or 2 touchdowns. And he got injured in practice before that game. And so he automatically failed that goal. but the game gave him, like, he got it, and made him a star. And I was very confused by that, so what I did was I went in and turned it back to normal to make it fair.
Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. But Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. He finds his target. It's Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That looks more like Tampa Bay.
Gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Brady. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative.
Nice coverage by Darius Williams there.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Brady's throw there complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6.
I'm just playing a soft shell at this point. Just to not give up the big play.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Oh, it's a free play, all right.
Caught once again by Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
Another thing that I did was I upped the penalties because the first 2 games there were 0 penalties on either side, which like never happens. So I upped all of the penalty frequency, but it still looks like it's very low. So I'm going to have to up that penalty frequency again. Because what I try to do is recreate the most realistic game possible. And having no penalties throughout a whole game, it just isn't realistic.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Brady again. To the sideline and complete to Gronkowski. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Brady now to throw.
Ooh.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Whatever that route was, it was nice.
His first touchdown.
Let's look at the replay on that.
And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost.
We never saw what the route was.
What it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
That was a corner? That was a... How did he run it so fast?
Extra point up and good by
Usually those plays take forever for him to come open for me.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return is Henderson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
Let's not go crazy with passing. But let's pass a little bit. I know I'm going to regret this, but... Okay, they're blitzing.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper.
There we go.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Stafford.
Ah, nice catch. Nice catch.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Looks like they're in man. Although possibly not. It's actually very hard to tell.
Throwing again is Stafford. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Double Vea, go right up the middle.
2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That was a nice cutback.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Let's see, what do we want to run? Just a dive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now.
Okay, they're in man.
Inside the 20. On the carry is Henderson. And just a couple.
I could have risked it and done like a play action, but it probably wouldn't have worked because they brought 5.
It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. A quick pass to Cup.
Oof.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
And a good grab there by Cooper Kupp. Picks up a first down for the Rams. And Kupp's gone over the 90 reception mark each of the last 2 years. One of the best route runners, one of the most precise route runners in the NFL. He's really going to help his new quarterback, Matthew Stafford.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to.
They tried to rip it out.
2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Let's try to go quick pass here. If we can go sticks or something.
So far, he's been denied.
One back in the game, that's Jones.
Oh, they have a 3-man front. I'm gonna run right at them because they're in a 3-down man front.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And
they basically gave me that.
Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Okay, this game's just about finished, so I'm going to go ahead and sim the rest. Just to save time.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Yeah, interceptions seem very frequent in this year's game. I don't know if I like it. I might have to turn it down a little bit.
To put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for LA, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season.
Okay. It didn't look like we got any of our goals. Coach, I've put a lot of work in this year, and I'm finally starting to see the results. I appreciate you putting my talent to good use. Oh yeah, we had a. I totally forgot that we had a superstar goal for Taylor Rapp. It looks like he got it. I wouldn't be surprised if Terrell Burgess has a development goal soon, because he's had 2 pick sixes back-to-back weeks. Locker room calling it quits. Hey, Coach, I feel like my heart just hasn't been in the game lately. I'm thinking about hanging up my cleats. What? No, you gotta stay. You're an integral part of this team and really need you out there. Even 70 or 80% of you is better than a ton of players in the league. How do we make this work? I guess I can't let the team down. As long as we're winning and playoff contenders, I'll be okay. But if my heart isn't in it and we're losing, I'm out, Coach. Andrew Whitworth doesn't have his heart in the game, resulting in a significant hit to his ratings. Winning cures all. Winning will help Andrew Whitworth stick around, while going on a losing streak could lead to his retirement. Interesting. That's interesting. Let's check his ratings. Because he was like an 87 or an 86, I believe. He's only an 81. He went down 5. Raise morale by winning games. Interesting. I like that. Okay. Press conference. QB1 check-in. Evaluate the start to your quarterback season. Coach, your team has played really well in the early part of the season and is off to a hot start. How much of that is because of Matthew Stafford? Oh, he's done well. Where he goes, we follow. A lot of what we do and what we're capable of as a team is put on his back, and I think he deserves a ton of credit for the job he's done. Okay, so if we beat the Cardinals and have 300 passing yards, we get a really nice boost. Let's do our weekly strategy. We definitely need to focus on Kyler's scrambling, so we're going to contain the QB scramble for sure. And then split those. Split those. Okay. Defensive game plan. Well, they have some really good players. We might have to do blitz counter. Improve that pass blocking. I know they can't defend the run inside. We'll probably be running inside a lot. Let's do blitz counter. Wide receivers, we're going to split the reps. That's all fine. And then still developing Burgess, Fuller, and Jefferson for sure. Okay. I'll take that for sure. Okay, what else can we do? We can view our weekly awards. Somebody win an award? Darius Williams got the Defensive Player of the Week for the NFC. Very nice. Very cool. I'm really glad I extended his contract. So as far as the scouting, as of now, it's the same as it was last year. But in September, they're going to be changing the scouting process. So unfortunately, right now, we're not going to be able to see any of that. Oh, this guy's good. So we're just going to do our traditional scouting. However, this guy's pretty good as well. Once those updates get rolled out towards the beginning of the season, we'll be able to look at that more. We need linebackers who can cover. As far as our draft picks, we only have our first pick is in the second round. So we're not going to be able to probably scout too many players who are really, really high on the draft board, of course. Negotiate, manage staff, manage roster, return from injury. Nasimba Webster is available. Isn't Robert Woods also back? At least I thought he was supposed to be. No, he's got one more week. And then David DeCastro hurt himself in practice. So he's out. We have Woods and DeCastro out for this one.